Yay.
Louise isn't joining?
Nope.
Okay, then over to the roll 20. On your go, binary.
Alright. Oh, the right track. When Lost left the party, you had just finished off killing the undead horde that was attacking the temple you were just in. As you killed the necromancer, the sphere that Churn activated come to fruition, and a man stepped out of a bright light on the steps.
You just said a word, contiflition?
What?
You said the sphere that Tien activated, contiflition,
Yeah, come to fruition.
came to
Oh.
fruition.
Yeah. And activated the whole way.
Got you.
Some of the skeletons fell as the necromancer did. Some fought on. But you finished off the rest quite easily. Yeah, there's something weird happening right now. I have no idea what that is. Okay. Lila, you wanted to burn the necromancer, I think?
Loot him
Nala,
first.
yes.
Yeah, Nala.
Loot him first.
Are you shouting that?
No.
No, Nala's across the water. She's just worried about him being dead.
What was the name of the person that died?
Yeah, the name of the person that died. 1 second. It was Targnak.
Tornek. Well, I ask. I'm a bit tired. Well, I can't remember the name of the NPCs at the moment. But I
That's
asked
fine.
the person who hired us,
Colgan.
Colgan, do you want us to bury him now, or do you want to wait until we can give him a more proper burial?
Let's see. Natasha walks forward. We'll take him to the village. The man that appeared turns to Colgan. Well, it looks like you already had this in hand. You see quite a short man, black hair, quite dark eyes as well. Looks quite young. You hear Colgan huff. Didn't look like it. Nala, how do you tend to burn the corpse?
Torch.
Torch, alright?
Okay, we're just not going to loot him?
He's a necromancer. What if he comes back? Is Nala's line of thinking.
I don't mind burning him. It's a DM thing that I said that I would like to loot that corpse, and just has not happened yet.
I was under the impression that Nala was right next to him and Tien was the other side of the river.
Yes.
Oh.
You were on top of the platform. Nala is like
Okay,
on the other side of the water.
I don't want to loot him anymore,
Okay.
because I don't want to argue with you.
You start taking torch to his clothing. and it starts to smolder.
Smolder.
It's damp. It's a human corpse. There's a lot of fluids.
Let me see if I have some pins of oil we can cover him with first. See if that ignites better.
Right, do you walk over the water?
We can walk around, right? We had this patch
Yeah.
we didn't have to cross so far. Yeah. I still have my shield at the ready.
Well,
Yeah,
Nala's
that's
just
my
going to
lot.
keep her sword drawn and pointed at him until Leonard arrives. Then
Right, you see beside him is his staff in his hand.
she kicks it away.
You see the man starts waving his hand and mutters some words, and after a while, a ball of fire starts going over to each of the skeletons, burning them. Oh yeah, they're underwater. He summons an unseen servant and picks them up and puts them in the pile, and then burns them. After you put oil on the necromancer's corpse, it starts to burn more rapidly.
Well, it looks like he isn't going to be coming back.
Don't say that. There are powerful magics in the world.
Although I think we got this one. When he
Might
died,
be.
I saw the purple thread come out from his body that signifies the death of a wizard.
That's electricity, Leighton.
I'm not Leighton, I'm Nala.
Sorry.
Bish?
Oh wait, I'm the one that knows that joke. Never mind.
Mm.
Or have you heard about the magic smoke, Kenneth?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Now I got it.
If anyone wonders, everything that's electricity based works on magic smoke. And if the magic smoke escapes, the thing doesn't work anymore.
Right.
Well, either way, I say that we must still rest. I must tend to my wounds and rest a bit.
Then everyone gather, says the man that just joined you.
Yeah, we'll walk around and meet up with the man.
Nala's
at
going to
least,
stay close to the necromancer's corpse until he is burned to the fire just going out.
Alright. It takes a couple minutes before the fire is burned out, and only thing that's left is some dust and maybe a couple bones. Do you all gather?
Yes.
Mhm.
Alright. Everyone, link hands.
Why?
We're going away from here.
Well, I'll trust the wizard. I presume it's a wizard.
That is an assumption that is easily made, yes.
Give me a while. Nala's going to go through the bones. Now that
Okay.
he's burned, anything that's valuable will be clearly visible from a distance.
There's one ring. There's a couple coins lying on the ground, and the stuff is still whole.
Nala's going to grab the ring, grab a few coins, and call out to Tian about the staff.
Tyrion is going to I'm sure he has some sort of cloth he can use to grab the staff
Yeah.
instead of actually touching it.
Yeah, you have cloth. Probably maybe bandage or something like that. You can just
Yeah.
take it with.
When Nala sees him grabbing the staff with a cloth, she goes into a bit of a frantic panic and drops the ring, then finds a bit of cloth for herself and picks it up with that.
Gathered around the man, he says the word that vibrates in the air, and when you blink, you're in a small room. He walks around the desk, and behind him you see windows, quite large windows, pointing out to sea. In the far distance, you see a storm raging. In the room, to the right, there's a fireplace. To the left, bookcase running the whole wall. There's a door between two bookcases. Not cases, what I'm saying. Shelves. Running the whole room around. There's one small table, except the desk that he stands behind. In the room, you also see quite an ugly-looking man, also quite short, big grin on his face. And as you pop in, he says, "Oh, greetings!" The man behind the table looks at you. "My name is Pug, also called the Black Sorcerer. This is my island, and all who dwell upon it is my friends and students."
Tyrion looks confused, because I don't think there's anything black about him visually.
The only thing that he's wearing that is black is his robe, but it's nothing else is screams darkness or anything like that.
He's gonna lean over to Leonard and ask if they give out titles based on fashion.
Leonard just grumbles a bit.
You see the Pug smile a bit. It's more the title thanks to the island. If you might have guessed, there's more that's going on. We are called the Conclave of Shadows, and who we are you might learn in time. If you're accepted into our ranks. What we do will also be more clear to you.
Are you suggesting we are accepted into your ranks before we know what you do?
Wakanda forever.
Well, before you can join us, you would have to choose to join us.
And you expect us to choose to join you before we know what you do? That is illogical.
I can tell you this much. There's... The Conclave consists of men and women who has banded together for a reason. That reason becomes clear to you in time. It passes, but for the moment, there are things that we cannot share with you.
What is the Amaleth? The wizard driver guy that hired us.
Colgan.
Okay. How I keep
He's
thinking his name
standing
is
in
like
the room.
OM. Oh. Never mind.
I can tell you this much. We serve a purpose with... which opposes much evil abroad in the world today. Including the force that tried to corrupt the temples.
we're not particularly fond of that fellow, but nothing about you.
You see the old man behind. Well, over the years, many people have come and stayed with us on this island. Students from, many places. Some I never could have imagined, and I have a really good imagination.
Although we are grateful for your help, and due to the circumstances that have arisen, I am inclined to agree with you on the idea of staying with you, since your help was more significant than most. I am still a bit confused as to how you expect us to join you when the only person you've sent almost arrived late, and you whisked us away here without any explanation whatsoever.
Well, it's dry. I definitely like that. Goes in the plus column.
I will give you a day to choose.
In order to make a decision, we do need information.
Information is dangerous, and I can't give you more than I have given.
The information you have given us is essentially a title of "We are good." But is that not what
No.
most evil men believe?
We oppose much of the evil in the world, including the force that face.
Are you
Where-
is there some sort of non-disclosure agreement you're looking to get us to sign or something before we know? Or is it some sort of secret society? I'm hungry, and he starts to go for the door.
Leonard said, I don't want to be a stick in the mud. Of course, I want to help with the current situation, but I have other goals and ambitions I need to attend to.
That is understandable. You must know this. Any oath made to the Conclave must be freely made, without doubt. For once you enter our ranks, you may not turn back. To renounce that oath would bring you death.
You are not
Well,
making
I
this
have
sound
still
very
doubts
appealing.
it needs to be solved, so I cannot join.
Say that again, Kenneth?
I have still doubts that needs to be resolved, so I cannot join.
Well, if you don't choose to join us, your memories will be modified. You will remember being at the temple. Where did it go? Turn. As you move to the door and try to open it, it doesn't budge an inch. You will still remember being at the temple in the jungle, but you'll not remember how to get there, or the malevolent force that interfering with the temples. You were there, gathered some artifacts, got paid, and then you traveled to an inn in the Empire.
So what you are
Um,
telling us is not
that
only
would
do you
you
want to take the
wait.
credit for the great deed which we committed, but you also want to completely erase our memory of that being an utter lie.
As the door doesn't open, Tyrion's demeanor changes drastically. He looks like he's ready for a fight now.
The information you got as you were in the temples are not allowed to get out.
You don't know what we know, or don't know, and you're not trusting us and asking for a whole lot from us. And sir, if you try to dabble with what's between my ears, you will have a fight on your hands.
Colgan steps forward. I have told him everything that, and he pets the bird she has seen.
What a little fucking snitch.
because you are effectively coercing us into joining you. It's one way or no way.
There's still a choice.
You have placed us in a situation where you say we must be sure and unbiased when we make our decision, but have already placed us in a situation where we must have a bias. You break your own rules.
I did not say unbiased. Without doubt.
I cannot freely give an oath to somebody that holds my memories hostage.
I cannot disagree with that statement.
You have a day to decide. And with that, the door opens.
Tyrion is immediately going to try and find a way to leave the island.
Nala, as you walk past the ugly-looking man, he, from a rucksack, pulls out orange and says, "Want an orange?"
As he reaches into the rucksack, Nala reaches for her weapon. When an orange appears, her weapon is in hand. She squint-eyes him. I would not like an orange.
He rams a thumb into the orange and it squirts up the juice and then he slurps it up. Can't remember the
Loss?
localism. No, colloquialism.
You're lost?
Yeah, your loss, yeah.
I
Your
thought it
loss.
was just the word "yorf" for a second.
No.
I was like, what's
Your
going on?
loss.
She continues to eye the room as she backs out with her weapon drawn. And once she's
And
outside,
as
puts her
you-
weapon away and continues trying to catch up with Tin.
As you back, you hear a voice behind you. If you attack any of my students, you will. And then you probably won't hear anything as you continue off. You find yourself in a corridor leading in only one direction. The door is in the end of the corridor. Opposite after a couple feet is another door leading to the left side of the corridor. But the corridor bends to the right, further away.
Leonard asked the Black Sorcerer, is there somewhere I can tend my wounds and rest?
Yes, there are rooms in another building. Gattis should help you. He is in the end of the corridor.
Thank you, I say, and leave for the end of the corridor.
You see your party further ahead of you.
I'll slowly catch up with them. That is to say, oh god, my voice. I don't stumble forwards, but I'm in severe pain at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't say cure wounds removes the pain, so...
No. True. As you continue forward, in the end of the corridor, after it turns to the right, there's another door.
Tyrion's just gonna try all of them until he gets outside.
Wasn't there supposed to be a person waiting here?
The door's closed.
I'll open the door then.
Alright. As you open the door, you see the outside. Waiting for you, standing in an old-looking, fine garb. Bit taller than usual goblins, a goblinoid. With a bit smaller teeth, more human-looking features. Ah! I see that you need some food and rest. Well, follow me. My name is Gattis, by the way.
Don't tell me a human went with a goblin.
Did you say this out loud?
Not loud enough for him to hear, but preferably
Alright.
loud enough for the party to hear.
Leonard will just stay quiet at the moment. He won't add any comments unless necessary.
As you
Tieran's going to lean over to Leonard and basically say that he understands that he's not in the best shape, but that he intends to leave and get everyone out.
As you walk, you see, contrary from the storm you saw behind the window, it's quite sunny, and the house you leave is a large villa. Beside the villa is a pond or a small lake, and on the other side of the small lake is another building. In the small lake, you see blue-skinned women bathing, 3 of them. On a hill leading up to Black Castle, made of black stone, you see people running up and down a hill. Some really weird, tall-looking, some with 4 arms. You see one completely red creature. Even his eyes are red. And you continue towards the other as the guide is leading you to the next building over. Now, here's the kitchens and the food room.
If you don't mind, somewhere I could tend to my wounds and rest.
Yes. Well, if you wait there, the food will be brought. And then he looks at you. Follow me.
So, Candice.
I follow the half-goblin.
Alright.
It's like still, what, 4 a.m. or something? 3 a.m.?
It would be... Give me a second. Looked more like about 12.
So, Candice.
Well,
Yes,
Tell me, what is it you do here?
I help the Black Sorcerer.
Help him with what?
Well, keep track of the school, the students.
This is a school?
Yes,
I had no idea. What is it that you're learning?
magic.
Oh. That is definitely not for me. I never had a hand for it.
Well, you should use your mind, but okay.
I thought the most of the magic required a bit of... She shakes her hands up and down.
Boogity.
Boogity.
Not really.
Oh. I have been led to believe lies.
The hand movements are more to focus the mind.
It more distracts mine. Like trying to think while in a cart. I nearly said while on a roller coaster.
He leads. Do you all follow Geddes? He otherwise showed you to an eating hall, basically.
Oh, no, eating hall, eating hall.
All right. Yes, wait here. And then he, pointed to. Leonard.
A large blank space.
After a while, after going deep past the eating hall inside of the building, there's room after room after room. Looks like a big dorm. There we go. This one is empty. And he opens the door. In there you see 2 cots, both empty.
Alright. Thank you, I say to the half-goblin when I enter the room.
No worries.
Leonard will he'll take off his armor, he'll clean. There are no wounds to clean, but he'll try to put on some what's it called to stabilize the bone in the arm.
Yeah. I will get someone to bring some water for you. And he walks back to He will start.
He'll say, "Can you ask them to bring something stronger?"
I mean, for cleaning yourself.
I meant so the pain is less.
We'll bring something for that as well. In the meeting hall, in the food hall, as you sit down, you see what looks like to be. Describe that face. About a 10-foot tall humanoid being, crinkly face, long hairy arms, with a chef hat on, and an apron. Walking up with plates on one long arm, each stacked on top of each other. Walks up, slouches down, and starts setting out the food. And from this creature you hear, and you see some drool dripping down. As the creature then lumbers away into the kitchens again.
I don't want to be that guy, but you just missed the best opportunity to have him speak like a pirate, because it's Talk Like a Pirate Day today.
Well,
Really?
it was not a pirate. After a couple minutes, Leonard, another blue female walks in with a bowl of water, quite a big bowl, and a small pouch with herbs. There you are. I heard you were hurt, and Gaddis told me you should eat this, and she puts the herbs on the table, and then leaves a towel, and then leaves.
Thank you. Leonard he'll undress and clean the wound, and he'll eat the herbs, and then he'll go to bed.
All right. The herbs are a bit bitter, but after a couple minutes, you feel the pain slowly dissipate. The food in front of you is bread and thick stew. Tyrion and Nala, and
Can you repeat yourself, please? I believe I
In
heard
front-
the bread was fixed to you.
Oh, in front of you is bread and a thick stew.
Ah, that makes a lot more sense.
I found the bread that was fixed to you a bit funnier, though.
The bread is fixed to you. It's starting to eat you. It is animated bread.
Eat me.
If you don't eat me, I will eat you.
I can only see the muffin that wants to die from the ASDF movie.
Kill me!
I just want to die!
Tyrion wants to step back out of the way of the hall, so it's not the middle of the foot tracker thing, and go ahead and ritual cast Identify on the staff he's been carrying.
Tien, where are you going?
It's like, I had imagined 10 feet away.
Tien, what are
And
you
he
doing?
he points at the wall and stands right there. He doesn't move any further away.
You're gonna start casting a spell in the middle of the eating hall.
Yes. But it's a school of magic. I think they would understand that they could identify that it's not a hostile spell.
I also have a ring that I'd like you to work out what it does.
You can stop yelling at me and come over here too, and I will help you with that as well.
Okay, Tien, I was hoping that you could analyze this ring for me.
Okay.
The staff drags souls back from death into corpses to animate them.
Okay.
That is a naughty stick.
Yes. I fully intend to destroy it.
Yes!
And then he takes the ring and does the same thing with the ring.
Alright. The ring seems to be broken. There's a black stone that has a crack through it. As you identify it, you feel residual necrotic magic.
Fuck, I know what that is from Dark Souls.
What?
Yeah.
I never played Dark Souls.
I will send it to you specifically.
Is it the Ring of Sacrifice?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Binary, there you go. And this is what I sent him for everybody else.
Yeah, start work. I don't want to be grumpy. Did you send it?
I don't mean what bloodstain mean.
A bloodstain is... Let's say you had, like, souls are your currency in Dark Souls. You get
Yeah.
souls from killing things. Let's say you had 5,000 on you, then you die, you leave behind a bloodstain, and you now have 0 souls. If you go to where the bloodstain is, where you died, you can pick it back up and get all the souls back. But if you die again, it vanishes.
Okay.
So basically, you can go from rich man to poor man in 2 deaths.
I lost over 1 million souls once. It's fun.
Damn. Yeah, that's what you get up. Well,
But at this
Uh,
point, I know it's the staff itself isn't cursed. It's not going to do anything if I handle it normally.
not if you just touch it with your skin now.
Okay. Then he's going to hold it more naturally.
Ian,
Mm.
do you think that the ring that this is was somehow related to the purple line I saw?
Do I know that?
It was like a beam that came up from his body.
Well, I remember the beam thing.
Roll me an
What?
Arcana check.
Yeah. Then because he's here knows some magic, but it's not.
It's quite way off his.
And he would despise this kind of magic in the first place.
Sometimes I have nightmares about a man that says, "Beam me up, Scotty," and it looked like the same
No.
sort of beam.
You haven't any idea. Or if
Yeah,
any
Yeah,
you could think of.
it's anything is possible, and definitely, necromantic magics are abominable. We took every precaution, but he very well might still be alive somewhere.
I am very glad I can make my wood extend, because it was the only way I killed him.
You work on phrasing,
What do you mean?
and he's gonna pat her on the head and go sit and start to eat.
Why do you touch my head? Nala would have finished her food in the time that he was casting the 2 rituals.
It's quite a tasty stew. Probably better than anything you've eaten for, well, how long you've been traveling?
Tyrion is
Couple
still not trusting anybody. He's on guard. It's clear that his normal relaxed and sarcastic manner is mostly gone.
I have an idea, Tin.
And he lifts an eyebrow listening.
We should ask people what convinced them to join this cult.
That it's a cult seems a very good reason to just stick with plan A.
So my plan, because if you turn it around, it is a plan. No one got that. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, he got it. It's just a pun sort of thing. It's a
Oof.
There are some weird characters in this eating hall. Most
Nala
Quite
approaches the biggest one.
Kay, you approach a man that looks to be about, well, he's sitting down right now, but he's the utensils in his hand looks like toys, like they're quite hilariously small. This chair is quite too small for him as well. If he would stand up, he would probably be about 7-8 feet tall, and muscling rippling on his arms. Skin is quite grey with markings on his face.
Excuse me, you are of a man. Do you speak common?
I do.
That is good. I was hoping that you could talk with me about why it was you joined this place here.
My tribe was killed. They gave me a chance for revenge.
That is interesting. They have asked me if I'd like to join, and they have given me no chance for any such thing that I want.
Then tell them what you want.
I want to not be threatened when I join a group. But thank you very much for your time.
As he spoke, you saw his teeth was quite sharp, and the markings are a bit yellow colored.
Shark Boy versus Lava Girl. Nala goes back to tin.
Right. The man you talked to was one of the least ranged creatures in there. People.
Be that as it may, it is the man I spoke to. Ian!
A real life person has pizza.
Sorry.
Sharon is eating too.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's being paying attention to you. You can talk to him.
Yeah, you were coming through intermittently though, so I didn't know what you were actually saying until I heard the word eaten. Tien, the big man over there, said that if we decide to tell them what it is that we want, there is a chance they will give us the opportunity to take it. I still do not like the idea of making a deal, but it is a possibility.
Plans no, it was under threat.
That did not register as words in my brain.
I will not swear to anybody who threatens to take us.
I presume you just said memories. I very much agree with you.
Am I still cutting out?
Yeah,
Yep.
not anymore now you've moved your mic closer, but you were.
I will swear nothing to someone who threatens me.
I concur. Unless they threaten me with a good time.
Tyrion will finish eating, and then he will look for Leonard.
Oh, you are going! Okay, I will come with you. Nala stands up.
Alright.
She knocks the table. Everyone's stew is spilled.
Everyone have already eaten up. You head in the direction where Leonard went. As you walk, you see room after room after room. There's a shit ton of doors. This is a big dormitory, basically.
He's not gonna stomp around being loud, but he's not gonna be polite either. doors will open, and he's gonna look in. If he doesn't see Leonard, he'll close the door.
Nala opens the first door that is unlocked and asks for directions.
Nala, luck roll.
A 6.
Nala, deck save.
An 18.
Alright. A puff of wind blasts from a white-haired girl in the room. Currently in the stage of undress. And you stumble only 5 feet backwards, and then the door slams closed.
What the fucking hell was that?
Another reason to leave.
I have heard of a stormy temper before, but never anything that blew me back that far.
Now it's the question: does it blow or does it suck?
It definitely blew. I was forced backwards.
Or did it suck you backwards?
No, because it came from the front. I will go to another door.
Am I really cutting out? Because I've said I've done things like 3 or 4 times and just ignored.
Absolutely nothing has come through your mic.
Would you please repeat?
I said Tyrion is not going to be rude, but he is just going to be opening doors and looking for Leonard. If the door opens, he doesn't see him, he will immediately close it.
And please roll me luck roll.
I don't know if I want to say a low roll or a high roll because I think both things can be interesting.
Well. The first door you open, you see a bookish-looking young teenager sitting, reading a book, and looks up. What?
And the door
you
closes.
slam
and
the
he
door.
moves on.
Dean, you got a normal response. What are you doing? Nala walks over and opens the door.
Opens another door or the same door?
The door that Tin just closed.
Okay.
Wait, where is it that we are looking for?
Leonard.
He went to the medical place, didn't he? Excuse me, do you know of a medical place? We are trying to find our way around this massive building.
Well, you could...
She's
Give me a
speaking to the bookish teenager person.
Yeah. He raises his voice and shouts, "Gaddis!" And then he just looks expectantly at the door.
What the bloody hell are you doing? That's the person we are looking for. Can you please give us directions?
And as you say that, you hear footsteps beside you, and from the side, Gaddis comes walking.
What? You... Thank you very much. She closes the door.
You called?
We are looking for Leonard.
Ah. Follow me.
Come along, Tin. I have found us the way.
Tim,
He leads you a bit deeper into the building, and he opens the door, and you see Tyrion lying on a bed, currently sleeping. Beside him is another bed. Leonard, yeah. Beside him is another bed empty, and on the nightstand it's a bowl of water.
How did he get even
quite
more ill?
Dirty and bloody water.
Have you knocked
Or-
him unconscious?
Tyrion will look to Gaddis. I need a place to destroy this. He's holding the staff.
He looks closely at the staff. Oh, well, that could be arranged.
I
Oh.
would prefer to do it.
Okay. Well, if you don't want to do anything else, let's follow me.
I intend to return here. He looks at Nala. If you feel comfortable resting.
I will take a load off.
Yes. And then he'll follow Gaddis.
Right.
Why did he say that so strangely?
Following Gaddis for quite a while. You out the building, up the hill towards the castle, but before the entering to the castle's main yard, there's a path to the left. Going down there, there's an old stone quarry.
He'll go down into it, and first thing he'll try to do is break it up into little pieces.
With just arm strength or with might?
With his Monk awesome skills.
With punchy.
Because my strength sucks.
And athletics.
Are you beating your stick again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you're hit like a little girl.
The next thing he's gonna do is just try to feed fire bolts into it.
Alright, leaning it up against the rock, you start just bombing it with fire.
This-
Just roll me an intelligence check. It's, well, spell check, but yeah.
Is that all my spells? Thought I had Ice Knife too.
Would you roll the
Yeah, sorry.
check? Yeah, you start almost all of the fireballs hit, and after a time you see crack appearing and purple light, and after another couple firebolts, the whole crack runs through, and a bright purple light emits, and it explodes, splinters flying everywhere.
I throw up a shield so it doesn't
Yeah.
anything doesn't hit me.
You feel a weird energy flowing over you as the purple light dissipates. It feels rank. It's the best way I can explain it. Just feels wrong. You
mentioned when we were walking from building to building, there was a place where people were bathing.
Yes, there was a lake in the middle between the villa and the, well...
Then he'll take the time to get clean and clean his gear, and head back to the dorm where he'll trance out.
Alright. Gaddis steps out from behind a tree. That is, some splinters are stuck into the tree.
Well, that was interesting. Well, follow me.
He's not really following Gaddis at this point. He's heading straight for the lake.
Alright.
It's very cold shoulder ignoring.
Yeah. Walk into the lake. In the lake, you see three blue-skinned females bathing, splashing around.
And he's gonna strip straight down and start washing his stuff and ignoring them. I mean, as much as a healthy young man could ignore that, but
Yeah.
he's on task, he's not being lewd, he's not... but it also doesn't seem like he has any qualms about being new,
Yeah, yeah.
seeing other new people.
Nala,
Nala,
what you doing?
having a short rest.
Alright. You may roll and hit dice you want.
Nala's going to roll 3 hit dice. That's 3d8.
Plus.
12.
Oh, wait, you don't have any. Alright, you regain 12 health.
I got +1 2.
Oh.
Can I spend hit dice as well?
No, that was I got.
Yes, if you want to take a short rest, yes.
That was
While
I
I'm
got-
sleeping.
Oh,
Is it short enough rest?
Sure.
binary. When
Yeah.
I said I got +1, 2, I meant I've got +1, 2, as in 12.
What?
The 1 and the 2 in 12. I'm sorry, like,
You fucking idiot.
I'm just an idiot. Yeah, that's all. I was just being an idiot.
As you bathe, you see a group of people gathering a bit further away. Turn.
They gawking at me, or they just gathering
No,
for
they're
their own?
gathering around someone. From this distance, you can't see what they're doing.
Then he's just gonna be aware, but continue about his work.
After a minute or so, you see a flash of fire and nothing in the middle of the group. A couple more flashes, and after half an hour, they disperse.
Do I imagine it was like a class?
Yes.
Okay. Don't think Tyrion travels particularly heavy with a bunch of stuff. I mean, his bag is mostly full at this point with those books.
Yeah.
But, so, I don't think it would take that long to wash his clothes and himself, and then press the digitation dry, and then head back.
Yeah. Walking into the room, you see Nala sitting there, fixing herself up. Nephi sitting on the bed, and Leonard lying in another bed.
Then Tyrion will stand in an out-of-way place and do the trancy.
Right. You all have a short rest.
Nala has completed hers.
Where is the button? Okay. I'd prefer it to been a long rest, but
Well, depends if the other people want to have a full long rest.
I am not staying here overnight. Tomorrow they are going to have an eye on us.
that we have 24 hours.
Yes, but they will expect us to do something tomorrow, not today.
Correct, and so if gather ourselves in 8 hours, a couple of meals, and then we can spend the rest of that time thieving. So we're not staying overnight. We're not staying till the full time runs out.
I will bend to your judgment, but I hope it does not see us trapped here.
And he nods, and trance is out again. Or into trance, I guess.
You said trance is out, and I just had this image of his eyes just spreading off in different directions. Okay, Nala goes sleep.
Right.
Sleepy rest.
You have a long rest.
We regain, what is it, all our spells and half our hit dice.
Yeah, half your hit dice rounded up.
Can we
I
use those as well to regain health?
You cannot. No, you automatically go to max health.
Oh, you automatically go to max health at long rest.
Yep.
Yes.
I cannot. The appropriate to.
You're cutting out, Oni.
I know. I'm trying to think of the words to say. To roll to D&D Beyond, I can't add the lucky feat. Everybody says that if I have a character linked to the campaign, I have access to that information, and I don't.
If you go to class features and traits, and then feats,
Hmm.
you can't add it there.
Nope, because it says grappler, firearms expert, and something else.
Then your character's not registered to the campaign, or Binary has not shared the
I have
rule
shared
books
on
with the
this-
campaign.
I have on this campaign. Is it a new character?
It's the same when you had me just translate over. You've edited it before.
Quick question. I got the greater favorite emblem for rangers. Can you suggest a language aberrations can speak?
Abyssal.
What?
Abyssal.
Are abyssal aberration?
Aberrations speak abyssal.
Or undercommon.
You should be able
Is
to.
undercommon a thing here? Binary.
I click on the little hammer and anvil. Class and features under monk. Ability score improvement. Select feat. Choose feat. Excuse me.
Perhaps it's just a bug, and we should remove the character from the campaign and have it rejoin.
Try to refresh? I don't know.
If you head to... I'm going to post a link into Roll20 chat. If you head to that page there, Oni, you should be able to select Leave next to your character's name.
Yes.
Once you've done that, go to the link again and choose... wait, I'll post another link. But once you've done that, go to the new link that I have posted and join with the character. If content sharing was not enabled for you before, that may have been a bug and this should have fixed it, hopefully.
Your guy's to level 5, right?
6. Did you hear that, Binary?
6, yeah.
Oni, you okay?
Yeah, it's just that I have two copies of the same character. Make sure it's the right one that joins.
Oh, if you go to the oh, yeah.
Might not matter because they're the same. Here's my...
Yeah, I'd recommend deleting the one that's not joining.
Or editing its name, at least.
Yeah.
It might be that you open it from my characters and not from the campaign.
Nope. It still says firearm specialist, grappler, or snurf blend magic.
If you go to the very first tab of that menu section, there are loads of on-off options. Can you just go over those to make sure they're all set right?
Homebrew content, critical role content, playtest content, Eberron content, advancement site. I assume if they're red, they're turned on.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no! What the fuck?
No, everything's on.
I could see all of the feats before. Now I can't see any of them.
I mean, that's really all that's changing. His health is correct, and everything else is added to the sheet. It's just that the feat isn't.
Character.
Um,
No, it's weird because I could just before I saw all of them, but now it's only the. All right, go to the campaign.
okay, what this is saying is this is what the devs have said is referred to as aggressive caching.
Okay, if you go to the campaign on D&D Beyond.
Where? There, okay, there it is. There's campaigns.
Oh no, it still doesn't. And then
View
try to
campaign?
activate it. Then
There it is.
activate. Then try to activate.
Yeah, apparently you need to clear your browser's cache.
If you press activate. Oh wait, I can. Oh wait, that's why.
That is a lot to delete.
What the? Oh, that's what.
Is it just me or is the background song? Does it sound like Star Wars?
It does
Yes.
very frequently.
Oh, I've got the music turned off on D20. Roll 20. Okay, there, I see it all now.
Nice.
Come on, get lucky.
So we're going to have Pirates of the Caribbean now instead, eh?
It's not actually Pirates of the Caribbean. That's what I'm
Caribbean.
not about.
I love it.
It's
Caribbean.
called Magica. That is funny, isn't it?
Okay.
Works now?
Yeah, I got it.
Hmm.
8 hours has passed and you have finished long rest.
4 for me, and then I stood as protection at the door.
Now that I say it, I know it's a bit of hindsight, but I forgot that you got full HP from a long rest. Can I have not spent my hit dice on a short rest?
Sure.
Thanks. I thought you didn't get full HP, so I was like, well, I better use my hit dice.
Oh.
But it's gone, what is 8 hours?
Yep,
So it's
8 hours.
8 a.m.
What's
Yeah.
8 o'clock? Okay.
Or,
Well, I believe it's
be...
maybe 9, 10 a.m.
Yeah, 9.
Well,
Yeah, and half an hour more. Yeah, no, that would be... Well, 10.
Leonard
Okay,
wakes
10.
up, checks his surroundings, realizes, holy shit, I'm sleeping in a bed. Holy shit, I don't want to leave this bed for like another half an hour or something.
No, it would be 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
Yeah. When
Like
you arrived,
10 in the evening.
yeah, when you arrived, it was midday, 12 o'clock.
Didn't we arrive at like... We got ambushed in the night. In the middle of the night.
No, it was around 4 in the temple.
I remember because we said we were going to sleep and then we were ambushed. Because we didn't get a long rest.
I thought it was 4. Yeah, then it would be 10 p.m.
There was definitely a time difference in the jump.
Yeah. But it should be like 4 hours time difference.
But anyway, if it's close to night, Leonard will actually just like first he'll put on his clothes and then he'll go to the bathroom and then he'll go back to bed again.
Yeah, there's closet.
Yeah, he'll visit the water closet and then he'll go back to bed again.
Yep.
I feel like I contribute so much this session. I want my skill point in sleep.
Yeah, your skill point in sleep. You have now gained the skill sleep. You seem to be an expert in this skill. You have mastered this skill. You're a master at sleep.
I mean,
Many people have wanted to reach this heights.
I'm sitting here going,
But you
Is
You-
there real life practice for this? I need to.
I would want this in real life. Like my present for the last day is like, well, wake up at 3 a.m. and then wake up at 5 a.m.
Oh,
And
they
then
added
kill up.
levels for exhaustion on D&D Beyond.
I'd
Yeah, I
like,
know.
yeah, I'd like to sub-specialize into waking up chipper.
I'd like to subspecialize into
Sleep monster.
actually feeling like I've had a sleep.
You're so good at sleeping, you have gained the class Sleepomancer.
While sleeping, you can cast ritual spells.
Yes.
Imagine
But
someone
while
walking in
doing
like that, it's
so-
like, Are you sleep casting again?
It was like, while you do so, you snore very loudly, so you have a really good chance of getting interrupted.
Termos, Terros, Combinum. Don't snore between every magic word.
The only problem is, what if you accidentally ritually cast silence and then you try to cast something else?
I mean,
Well,
if
you were
should cast
unconscious, it wouldn't be a
silence
problem.
yourself- Yeah, you can sleep well.
If you won't wake yourself up with your own snoring. Is that the end of session?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure how you
I-
expected that session to go there, Binary.
Well, I always expect madness.
Well,
Presented us with madness this session.
yeah, and we said no.
Remember, you're not allowed to be biased, but we'll kill you if you we'll kill you if you say no. You have to be 100% certain when you say yes. But if you say no, we'll kill you.
We
Okay.
want you to make
Well,
a. We want you to make
if
a
you say no,
life-changing.
we will
Go ahead.
remove the information you're not allowed to tell anyone.
Such as everything that you've helped us with.
It's so it's
Everything
like
we owe you for, we will remove from your memory.
But we will pay you for your work.
yeah, it's starting to sound like what was the name of the movie with was it Tom Cruise Paycheck? Or was it basically he was the main character was a sci-fi retro engineer, and so
Okay.
he would take a drug and then go do a job for somebody, and then they would erase his memory back to that point where the drug was, and then he made something. He made a lens that could see into the future, and it was so dangerous, the things that people saw, that he wanted to make sure he destroyed it or it couldn't happen again. So he gave up his paycheck and had them sign over like a manila envelope filled with weird objects. And as the movie progresses and he tries to find out why he did this, the objects come into play. Like at one point he's trying to change a train on a track or something and needs to close a circuit, and happens to have a paperclip in the bag to close the circuit.
Oh,
really cool.
okay. Yeah.
It's a fairly old movie at this point.
Although what was
Leighton.
in my head was something more along the lines of the brand of the relatively new film called, I say relatively new, it's like 10 years old, but it was called Sleeping Beauty, and it was about a woman who was getting paid as basically a prostitute, but instead of having sex with elderly rich men, very beautiful girl by the way. So it was just like along the lines that she would go with older men with lots of money, but instead of actually having sex with them, she would take a drug, fall asleep, and then sleep next to them. But because she didn't know what was happening when they were in the room, she started to get really like mentally bothered by it. Until she finally sets up a camera, but one of the guys decides the happiest moment of his life is to sleep next to her, and so he takes a drug to die while he's sleeping next to her, and she wakes up next to a corpse.
Ooh.
That's less than fun.
Yeah, I can imagine it would be a bit of a shock.
Leighton, did you realize who the old man was? The ugly man was?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, I know someone had oranges, but I always forgot who. Like, yeah, I did remember the oranges. I definitely did, but I can't remember where from. I believe it was from another campaign, though. Weirdly.
Yes.
It's that one where you did the thing with the guy.
Oh shit! I forgot about that one.
Well, basically, yes. That's exactly what it did.
I've never heard such a generic statement ever. The one
Really?
where you did the thing with that guy.
Well,
The
it did
one
the
where
thing
you
with the
embarked
guy.
upon the quest with the gentleman.
No, this was not the gentleman.
No, I've
Well, it
had
was quite a fun establishment.
this conversation with my mom and my grandmother a lot. You know the guy with the face? Yes, go on! What did the guy with the face do? You know, he was with that woman, the actress, the one that was in that other movie, the one that we watched. Oh!
Yeah, that's how my mom describes films.
The guy with the oranges. Want an orange?
The guy with the oranges, with the orange that he ate when he was with the orange people?
No, he was playing cards.
Remember when he shot the cards out of his hand at the blad people?
The Blad.
There were so many blad people all over this place.
Baddie.
So, random
Alright.
fact of the day. Most stick figures are black.
Hi. My mom's shouting hello through the crack in my door. Be right back. I have returned. Is everybody come off? I have returned. Is everybody go? Hello? Okay. Oh, I'm muted. Haha. Hello, I have returned.
In country Burma.
Oh, it's probably the name of a city.
Win.
Yeah, it's a township. White township.
It's the Pyongyang Win.
Punal win.
The Black Infinity. What is? Oh, they have a metal band.
That just sounds like a name from the like an anime place or something. To be fair. Yeah, what's the one in Overlord? It's like. Oh, gotta Google this.
Yeah. What is the Vicar Foundation?
Do what?
The Vicar Foundation. WICKR.
Oh.
Wicker?
It's a cough, apparently.
Vicar Foundation is focused on incubating and investing in ideas that revolutionize user control and empower data ownership. Yeah.
Oof.
Bartolomeo Pansacchi. Is that Italian? Yeah, it is Italian. Pansacchi. You can't say it. Oh. It was French. Let's see. Molstem Bandor. I found it way too much fun just pressing random article on Wikipedia.
That's how to get clever, that is.
No, that's how you get a lot of random information in your head. Lectionary 20.
How far do we say I could throw the spear rapier? The short spear that was my character's rapier. I think it was 2060, same as the dagger.
No, 3060, I think.
Okay. I nearly typed in 230.
What the hell is? Huh. Solomon Bakare. He's from the Netherlands and he is a sprinter. Doesn't say his record speed. That's boring. Harris Lake, Highlands, North Carolina. Isanti. Oof. Oof, oof, oof.
I like this picture. I posted it in Player Madness. It's like
Male, female, hardcore.
Okay.
you choose to be male or female. I go hardcore instead.
What?
Oh,
I don't
God.
understand.
You're both.
Anyway, I'm going to end the stream. It's shutting down now. Anyone that was watching, I don't think anybody was. Good night.